afternoon. I just woke up at 11 a.m. So I got groceries. I went to the post office. I have to go to Home Depot, Office Depot. The one by my house, they don't have a print center. So Harriet's new project is that she's designing paper dolls using her characters that she's created. So I am now trying to find a print center so that I can go print it out like on laminate paper and stuff. I don't know, it's her new little project. So I'm gonna do that. I'm exhausted. I'm like all on a different time zone right now. And what I want to do is get over into another lane, battling Houston traffic in my car when I've got like a super zippy little SUV. It's a little crazy. I'm trying to get over, sorry. I'm like, I've already been flipped off twice and I didn't do anything. I was just sitting at a red light and people are just like yapping on their cell phones, or they're like doing their makeup, or they're driving erratically. And I'm like, thank you, Houston. Houston, we have a problem. Anyway, there's another Office Depot over here. I know this area because there's the REI across the street. Oh my God, civilization. It's like when I'm home, I'm always just running errands and stuff. And then I'm gonna go back and just finish working on videos. I've got admin stuff to do for the nonprofit. I've got a little project to do for a friend. So it's like a big computer day and all I want to do is sleep and make a smoothie and drink a cup of chai and that's it, and veg out. But you know, it's just, I don't know. I gotta keep busy. All right, so this is supposed to be an Office Depot. Oh my God, they're all closed. Everything's closing. Everything in person is closing. And then you're gonna have to go buy like all of the things that you rely on. Is there no one? There's no Office Depot down here? There's no Office Depot. What the hell? Office Depot's supposed to be here. I guess it's closed. Okay, so I'm 0 for 2. Let me figure out where the Office Depot is. Sorry, I didn't even shower this morning. I'll shower when I get home. I'm just running around. It is 100 degrees outside right now. So I am now going to Meyerland, which is like southwest of me, like about 5 minutes southwest. It's actually the Target that I go to. It's where my T-Mobile store is. Like, it's where all my stuff is, the little shopping center. And so they have an Office Depot down there. I forgot, because I know they have FedEx, because that's where I do FedEx stuff down there. But yeah, everything in my life is like conveniently like within 3 miles of my house. But yeah, and then I've got to stay home the rest of the day and work on stuff and then have people come by and buy things from me. So hopefully people will show up. I need to get rid of a bunch of just extra stuff that I don't need. But I'm just gonna cut through this parking lot. There's a spotlight. Oh. It's like Spotlight Karaoke. It's like, I think it's a Vietnamese karaoke place, but I've been there one time. And of course you get the locals that like always sing every weekend and they're really good, and you get me gets up there and people like throw tomatoes. So I cannot sing. I don't sing. Well, I can sing a little bit, I just don't care to. It's not my forte. All right, it is about, I don't know what time it is. It is 5:46 p.m. So I've got a weird thing going on in my hair here. I'm trying to put my hair in a bun. I do have gray hair, believe it or not. It just came in like 6 years ago when I was 40, and now I'm almost 46. So I dyed it blonde and it ruined my hair because Madison Reed uses really bad chemicals, and it basically caused my hair, which used to be beautiful and long, to just break off all the time. So now I'm growing it out. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do about my hair. So it's all good. It's fine. Sorry, my house is very messy right now. Just packing, and there's all my stuff over there. Yes. Anyway, I'm not packing anything this weekend. I've been working on 4 videos, and there's something wrong with my GoPro. Either the card is corrupt or the GoPro is just like, it keeps cutting out the video. So not all of my like runs at the mountain bike parks are coming through properly. So I've got to like do some damage control. After I get this next video uploaded, which is the Alpine coaster at Deer Valley. And then after that, I've got the Microsoft glitch, which was a horrendous time of driving 25 hours home in 2 different vehicles to get home in time to see my daughter. So yeah, I was like, as soon as 7 a.m. came around, I was like, you know what? I know some shit's going down. I know that these airplanes are not going to take off, and with Spirit, they're going to bump you and bump you, bump you. And I've been bumped 14 hours before when there's not been a Microsoft glitch. So I figured I'm not gonna risk it, and I'll just get on the road. So I'm gonna do that video. I'll do that video tonight. I'm gonna upload this content now to a Dropbox link and send it out to them. I'm going to upload this other video to YouTube. So I'm just cranking videos out, trying to get all of the last leg of the trip. And then I've got so much content for this past 2 weeks, which was the Chama Antonito train. Well, one day Angel Fire, Chama to Antonito train, boondocking on the $1 Million Highway, Durango, Silverton, Ouray, the Via Ferrata, Telluride, and then going back up into Salt Lake City. So yeah, it's fun. Oh, and then Crested Butte in between, and then going to Grand Junction, having the worst hotel for like a minute, checking out and driving to Salt Lake City. So yeah, should be pretty good. I had a smoothie for lunch. Don't really want to make or buy a lot of food since I'm basically not home for another 2 weeks, and who knows if we're gonna have another hurricane. I lost about $100 worth of food, which was really bad. But FEMA actually gave a little bit of money to everybody for that. Was like, so sorry you had no electricity thanks to Centerpoint, or Center Pointless as they call it. But yeah, I had no power, I think for 4 days, like solid for 2 days. And then it came on for a day, and then it was out for about half another day. And that was enough to destroy everything in my fridge and freezer. So I just bought the essentials because it is like horrendously hot here, and I don't leave the AC on when I'm gone. So anyway, but yeah, I sold a few more things today, but I'm tired and I do need to just rest up. So let me just work on downloading content. So yeah, the GoPro footage is always a little tricky, but either way, then I'll sort some other stuff out. There's Jeff's computer there. I've got to figure out what to do with that. I've got to get all his stuff back to him, but he's still in the nursing home in California, and we don't really know what's going to happen, you know, coming up with this next couple months. It's almost 2 years since his crash, which is crazy. He's been sitting in a bed for 2 years with one leg and traumatic brain injury, and my heart breaks. If I could be there every day, I would. You know, I'd be there like I was last year, holding his hand 10 hours a day. I love that guy, but you know, it can't do anything. You know, he's got to be taken care of by the caregivers and the doctors, and try to heal himself and get himself motivated to get going before we can, like, you know, jump in and help again, because there's not a lot we can do other than just sit around. And we do have to take care of our kids, and we have to take care of our lives and our homes. So it is really hard. It's a very, very hard place to be, because your heart and soul and body and mind want to be with this person, but then you also have to have responsibility for everybody else in your life. And so catastrophe is, it's terrible for everybody, including mostly the person that it happens to. But you know, there's enough of us that we can kind of rally around and help him. I do need to get out there again to go see him, but for now I just need to get out of my apartment, get all this stuff sorted, get, you know, free and clear, and then figure out probably in October and November when I can get back out there to go see him for a few weeks, but we'll figure that out. So anyway, yeah, if anyone wants any kids toys or donated clothes or anything, I've got tons of bags of clothes, kids clothes, baby toys, like just need to get rid of it. So if you live in Houston, let me know and I will donate it. It'll probably not be gone by the time the video comes out. I'll still be here because this video will come out before I have to leave my apartment. So yes, if you need anything, let me know. I've probably got something, a chair. I'm selling the couch. If anyone wants a red couch, beautiful red couch with blankets on it. This is the Eastern European. We got to cover everything in blankets. Let me know. I've got IKEA tables. I've got sensory toys, anything. Okay. All right. I'll see you later. Good evening. It's Sunday, and I just got invited for Sunday roast. It's like 7 p.m. I just sold a few things. They came by. This one woman, I had like something like 70 or 80 of these headbands that were like really fancy, and I bought them because I thought I could wear them with my helmets. Like if you see in my mountain biking videos, I always have like some sort of headband on. It just like makes the helmet stay on and sweat and all that stuff. And but I bought all these like years ago, and they were like too fancy and decorative to wear, so I sold them for like $10. But it took forever for the lady to come over here. Like she's like, I'll be there in like 20 minutes, and that was like 3 hours ago. I'm like, dude, it's like $10 for like $200 worth of headbands that I never wore. Anyway, so she was appreciative. But yes, I'm just gonna go head over to Sunday roast for like a couple hours, and I have to go to bed at like 10 p.m. and get up at 3, take a shower, and go to the airport. So I'm gonna leave the airport at 4 a.m. get to the airport by 5, and yeah, just get on the plane. So I have a 4-hour layover in Vegas. I won't have any time to leave the airport tomorrow. I was going to go hang out with my friend for lunch, but he's working a convention, so yeah, everybody's like back to work on Monday, and I'm like, no, not me. I'm just a travel day. So I think I'll just stay at the Vegas airport for like the 4 hours, 3.5 hours, and work on my computer, and then I'm done working. I've got so many videos up this weekend. I got like 9 videos up, and then sorted out and organized the assets for the other ones. But I'm burned out from computer work, so I packed my computer away, put it in my backpack, got my backpack packed for tomorrow, washed my clothes for tomorrow, since I'm just going to wear the same thing I wore coming over, my Morro Bay t-shirt and my leggings, and then yeah, just kind of make my way back to the airport, and then easy flight to Salt Lake City. I think it's like 2 hours, and then I've got to go to I think I have a 4-hour driving day tomorrow, which will be easy. It'll be very beautiful, and I'm going to try to make it through the bottom part of Idaho into like the very corner of Montana. So hopefully I'll be able to stay in Montana. Tomorrow night I've got like 3 BLM places. I'm excited to get back up there. Ride Big Sky probably Thursday. I think maybe Thursday get Big Sky in. And then just 2 days of driving kind of the long way down to Angel Fire. And then I think I'll just do 4 days in Angel Fire and then just drive back. So anyway, and then I've got a lot of projects that suddenly came in that people are like, can you help me do this? I'm like, okay, give me 2 more weeks of travel and then I will, whoa, what is happening, people? That people just park in the middle of the freeway. These are, you know what those are? Those are insurance scams. Those are people that slam their brakes on, you slam into the back of them, they get out and start yelling. They've already got their insurance paperwork in their hand. Like they know what they're doing. And then they go, you hit my car, blah, blah, blah. I see it all the time. I see insurance scams all the time. But that person just decided to park their car in the middle of the freeway. Anyway, I'm only like 5 minutes. My friend lives near downtown, so I'm only like 5 minutes away. But yeah, so why is there Sunday traffic? Was it a baseball game? I don't know. I never drive, but like when I'm home now, every other week, I only go to the store, which is like 2 minutes from my house. So I'm never driving. But anyway, so yeah, so that's it. Kind of my my next 2 weeks, so a week and a half. And then be back here by the 15th or 16th of August. And then just put the van straight into parking into my garage and put the dehumidifier on and the fan on, and that's kind of it. So, and everything's more expensive, everything's going up except wages, you know, unless you know are in certain states where you can benefit from the minimum wage going up to like $20 an hour or something like that. But in Texas, no. I mean, people, especially wait staff, still earn like $2 an hour, and they make it up with their tips, you know, up to minimum wage. It's just like, but how are you supposed to feed your family and buy $8 a gallon, $8, where am I going? $8 a gallon orange juice when you're making $2.50 an hour? It costs you 4 hours of work to buy a gallon of orange juice if you're a wait staff, and that's providing hopefully you get tips. I don't know. It's just nuts. I mean, I don't know how anybody's surviving anyway, you know. And then school is starting, and you get the list of crap you have to buy for school supplies, and there's families that are like, I cannot afford $400 worth of school supplies so my kid can get a free education. I mean, nothing's free anymore, not even your kid's education. It's like my daughter's list of things that she needs for school. I don't think she needs to have 20 million different things on the list. I think she needs like, and she told me today when we were hanging out, like, you know, when she was doing her artwork, and I said, Harriet, you know, went to Target, and I was like, Harriet, you know, what do you need for school? And she goes, well, I just need a pencil and an eraser. I'm like, yes, that is my kid. That is the voice of reason. She does not need whiteboard markers and 17, you know, packets of tissues, and, you know, she doesn't need like all of this fancy stuff. She doesn't need, just have one kid buy a stapler and everybody can use the same stapler. Not every kid doesn't need their own stapler. Like, have the community like pencil sharpener, like, you know, where you get up and you're like, that's right, I'm working so hard at school, I gotta sharpen my pencil again. That was such a proud moment when I was a kid to go up and sharpen my pencil, because it means I was getting shit done. I was getting my work done. Okay, so I am all for like free education, free public school for kids, without having to, you know, expect parents to pay $400 for a bunch of crap that I guarantee you my 11-year-old is not going to use half the things that are on that list. She needs a uniform, she needs a new pair of shoes, she needs, you know, a backpack that's not going to kill her back, and she needs maybe a few decorations for her locker, and, you know, hygiene and sanitary and all that stuff, like little, toiletry kit, so she can brush her teeth after lunch and that kind of thing. And she needs pencil and eraser. But yeah, some of this stuff, I'm like, the back to school section in Target is about half of Target now. I couldn't believe it. But I told her, I said, well, thank you for being the kid that doesn't need, my low maintenance kid who's happy with, a pencil, an eraser, and a pencil sharpener. Her artwork is actually really good. She's getting amazing at her, like she does all the proper circles and squares for the arms and the head, and then she draws over it and erases the lines that she did at the beginning and kind of adds all the detail. She's getting really good at art, and I need to hone that. I need to get her into some sort of art program, either on the weekends or during the summer. But I just can't believe the expectation now. I mean, it's crazy. I just yeah. Oh, I know where I am. Just driving on this other side of town. I'm in Edo, which is east downtown. It's kind of like the hip barrio, right? It's like it used to be. It's all got gentrified, and they built all these fancy condos and stuff. But it reminds me a lot of. It's actually a very cute it's a cute artsy area, but it's also very old town. Like during Hurricane Harvey, it's very Hispanic as well, and so during Hurricane Harvey, after day 1 of the hurricane, day 2. The convention center cleared out of all the Mexican people, and they went back and fixed up their neighborhood. They got stuff done here. Everything was, immediately went back to work. Really, really, really nice community on this side. It is considered it's the 3rd Ward and 5th Ward, I think, are the poorer areas. A lot of people that live there were also displaced during Hurricane Katrina in Houston. But then you have these gentrified, I used to work right here. I worked at the University of Houston for 2 years in cybersecurity. That's my office over there. I know exactly. I haven't been over here in ages, but they've got new condos, renovating old apartments. They've got a lot of a government housing over here. So I don't know. I think they're making improvements, but it's still kind of an urban desert. There's still no supermarkets. Really. Luckily there's no shopping malls or any of that stuff. But it's just, I don't know. I think Houston has a lot of work to do to kind of elevate people up to where they should be, just for life dignity and being able to raise their kids. But I can't imagine. I mean, just the cost of living is ridiculous. Even living in a van. I mean, gas is cheaper now. I'm thankful for that. It's $3.10 a gallon in the expensive states and $2.50 a gallon here in Texas. But the rents are going up, and and the thing is because it's an election year as well. So I get to vote for president because I'm American, believe it or not. Even though I don't sound American, I've been American my whole life. My parents are from New Jersey, but I don't know. It's very disheartening. It's not a good time right now for anything. And then, of course, the disposable income isn't there. So people are just basically living to work. They're living to work. They're living to try to maintain the roof over their head and everything that brings them happiness and joy, all the fun stuff, all the material stuff, right? Which we do need in our lives in some respect. That's kind of put on the back burner, and family vacations don't happen, and enjoying your time off work. It's just so expensive now. And I just can't believe the cost of groceries. Even Trader Joe's is twice as much for a lot of stuff that I buy. And that used to be a cheaper place to shop. Sometimes orange juice was cheaper there. Orange juice was $2.65. Now it's $3.69 for the same orange juice. In just a few months, the cost has gone up by 50%. I don't know. I have a minor in economics, so I took a lot of supply and demand and studied all that stuff for my journalism degree, and I even don't understand it. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm at my friend's house. Yeah, this is really kind of up and coming neighborhood. It's you've got all these old houses, you've got kind of all different income levels living around each other, and everyone just kind of is just real chill. Everyone just kind of helps each other. And yeah, I have a lot of friends that moved over to this area before the pandemic, and they said, yeah, it's great. I mean, it's just a different side. It's not the suburbs. It's a very different side of Houston. But it's in a couple years, it's going to be too expensive for the poorer community that lives here to be able to live here. They're going to be driven out, and they're going to be driven somewhere else. And that's the sad part of it. So I'm hoping that, the government does something to just make improvements. I mean, they're already fixing the roads, which is good. But yeah, a lot of these people that live in this neighborhood were displaced during Katrina. And then the people that used to live here moved north and created all these fancy suburbs. I don't know. It's just, Houston's a very, very bizarre place, to be honest. Anyway, so let me go over here. Yeah, and it reminds me, I was going to say, it reminds me of like Los Angeles, like Fairfax area, Fairfax and La Cienega and Culver City. It's got kind of these little casita houses from like the 50s and 60s. It's very cute. Good morning. It's 4 a.m. in Houston and it's already like 100 degrees and humid. I'm heading to the airport. So I am leaving at 7 a.m. So I'm going to get to the airport about 5. That'll give me a chance to get a snack, some food. Oh shit, I just left my food back there. Hang on one second. Sorry, I left my snack bag with my fruit. I did not want to leave that in my house for 2 weeks. I did that one time. I left a banana in the fruit basket and that was not pretty when I came back. Okay, it is so humid, so sticky. I can't even breathe here right now. Oh my God, I'm so glad to get out of this. Anyway, so yeah, heading to the airport, back to Salt Lake City. Get in about 3 p.m. I'll go to Trader Joe's, get groceries, and then I'm heading to Montana. So I'll be in Wyoming or Montana tonight. Oh, so good to get back on the road. It was a great time home, but it's way too damn hot here and way too humid. Sorry, I had to run back and get my little snack bag for the plane. Otherwise I would have left my bananas in there. So now I have a Tesla coming to pick me up. So that would be fun. And hopefully he'll turn around. All right, I'm at the airport and sorry, I'm so tired. That's a good conversation. My Uber driver was funny. Anyway, so this is from the Art Cartopia that used to be in Trinidad. This is the, what is it? The Queen car. So if you look at it, because the guy that owned Art Cartopia gave me a tour and he showed me like all the different things that are on it. So there's, yeah, so all the things on it are parts from the songs. So you have to like, there's like a bicycle. Yeah, I want to ride my bicycle, Fat Bottom Girls. And then, yeah, so you have to like know all of the, oh, like a Radio Gaga. So all the things on here are from different songs from the Queen repertoire. So, okay, anyway. All right, let me go get my boarding pass, see if I'm number 1 to check in, and then I'm gonna go through. It's about 5 a.m. So I'm pretty early. They're gonna board in about an hour and a half. Can't believe I'm back at the airport again. Anyway, it's good though. Yeah, let me get my boarding pass and let me go over here to this one. And yeah, see what sequence number I am. Okay, I was number 1 to check in on the first flight and number 2 to check in on the second flight because I have a layover in Vegas. So, okay, let's go through to TSA pre-check, which is over here. Yeah, this is a cool car. So they have, I don't know all the lyrics to all the songs, but if you go through all of them, you'll like, yeah, it's pretty cool. The best one was the Tubaroo. It was basically an art car that had a bunch of like dental pieces, like dentures and like toothbrushes, and it was on a Subaru, and the license plate said Tubaroo, which I thought was pretty good. All right, let's go double check. So far, no weather issues, no Microsoft glitches, no hurricanes, no derechos, no tornadoes. Departures, I want to go to Las Vegas. Las Vegas, Spirit, 7:02 a.m. Oh, we're delayed. Now 7:58 a.m. Fantastic. All right, so it begins happening again. Well, at least I'll go through, so I don't leave till 8 o'clock. But then I get in that means I get in at 9 a.m. And then I fly out to Salt Lake City at, well, I hope I get there on time. I have a 4-hour layover in Las Vegas. So hopefully the Salt Lake City flight will take off. And hopefully my flight out of here isn't going to be delayed anymore. So let me put my sweatshirt on so I don't have to like fiddle with anything. All right, so TSA always comes out on the other side of the terminal, so I have to walk all the way around. Oh no, hey look, it's Houston. Okay, so I'm gonna walk to gate A18. I'll see the same porters and gate attendants, they know me, so they're super cool. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna do that. And the same guy that I see every morning is so nice, Jerome. He's always like, whenever I'm not flying, he's always like, oh, we missed you. So I'm like, I'm back again, 5 a.m. I've taken this flight to Vegas so many times, either the 5 a.m., 6 a.m., or 7 a.m. flight. I think one time I had a 4 o'clock flight. I was like, I had to get up at 1 a.m. I didn't even go to sleep. I just like laid down for a minute. But it's nice, you know, getting here early. I'm not one of those people that gets to the airport like 2 minutes before I get on my flight. or the person that gets on last or any of that. I'm like, no, I like to have the time to, you know, get something to eat, use the restroom. I am tired though. I'm already like out of breath. I'm just like, I want to go back to bed. Anyway, so yeah, let me go figure out why it's late. I have no idea. But other than that, yeah, just flying back. So hopefully not too many delays. I think, yeah, I've got 4 hours in Vegas. Not worried. They'll find a way to get me to Salt Lake City. I've been delayed before. I've been rerouted. I've had every experience you can imagine on the airlines. You just have to be patient because it's not the gate attendant's fault. It's not the pilot's fault unless they don't show up, you know. But yeah, this place is empty right now. It's like literally no one. It's always like, I know where to be during the zombie apocalypse. I'll go to the airport. I like this though. I like it like middle of the night when no one's on the road, or like airports when there's no one there. It's kind of cool, you know. But it is hot in here right now. Of course, I'm wearing a sweatshirt. So let me go find a restroom and then go plant myself down. I'm too tired to work on anything. I'm just going to sit and relax. Maybe watch some YouTube for the next hour or so, and then figure out when my flight's taking off. All right, so we have a delay and a gate change. So we're only delayed by about 15 minutes, which is fine. And we're just, not going to New Orleans. They just moved us over here, I think. It still says Las Vegas at A18, but I think our plane, let me double check where our plane is at. Let's walk over here. Oops. Trying to charge my phone as well. I didn't see any plane. I don't know what plane that is. Okay. Yeah, we're all just hanging out. I've been through this terminal like 70 times. So anyway. All right, so just chilling. I'm just watching Olympic track results, which is pretty cool. And yeah, the Olympics this time, I'm actually marginally interested in watching it. I think it's just, I don't know, maybe it's just the production value is better. I think like in recent years, people just didn't really watch any of that stuff, but I got nothing else to do while I'm waiting in the airport. All right, down the jet bridge. All right, I'm back in Vegas. We were an hour delayed, so I was going to leave the airport and go visit my friends, but I'm going to stay.
The effectiveness
okay.
Of the Harry Reid International Airport Security Program.
Great.
By following these practices.
All right, before I was rudely interrupted. Anyway, so I am, what am I doing? Oh, I'm going to go to the Seagate and go get a Frappuccino from Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, and then probably go get something to eat, maybe a pretzel or something. And I have to make some phone calls. I've got to upload my next video, add some music to it, export it, upload it, and then come back over and get on the plane about 11:30. So hopefully the Salt Lake City flight is only 2 hours. Yeah, it's 5 hours of flying today, so with 4 hours in between. But, you know, 1 hour delay is not too bad. But I'm not leaving the airport. I'm just going to go walk over and go get something to eat, sit in the southwest area since that's, you know, nicer. And then when I'm ready to come back over, I'll walk back over to the A gate and get on my flight. I can't believe I've been through here like 40, 50 times now. It's just like, I know this airport. And like, I think last time I was here on Friday, no, it's 2 weeks ago. I flew through LAX on Friday, but 2 weeks ago, the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf guy gave me a free blended drink because I had a Goonies t-shirt on and he thought that was cool. So no street cred today, so unfortunately. All right, trying this again because I left my iPad on the airplane, so I just found it. So we're gonna go back over to Seagate and go get something to drink and something to eat, and then hang out, get all my work done, and then get back on the plane. Now, if you want the really good food, you take the train to D Gate, but I'm gonna go to Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf right now with this line that is non-existent. No one ever comes over here. They all go to Starbucks instead. Right near the Coffee Bean is C25. It's really nice because they have real plugs. In the Spirit gate, they don't have any working plugs, and there's like bugs and it's dirty. But I always come over here. It's a lot cooler because they've got these massive fans, and I can watch the Southwest planes take off and get some other food and just kind of work on my computer. So I'm gonna do that right now. I got my blended drink, and yeah, just work on this for about an hour and make some phone calls, and then I will go over to my gate. All right, video, phone calls, and admin stuff is done. Now I'm walking on this walkway back to the A gate, and I think we board in about 30 minutes. Yeah, kind of an easy layover. Like, there was no point actually leaving the airport this time because I only really had like an hour and a half, to be honest. So, because we got in about 9:30, 9:45, and by the time I got off the airplane and went back to get my iPad, I stupidly left. Then it was already like 10:30, and then I only have, 30 minutes, and then another 30 minutes before I board. So anyway, souvenir shop's pretty cool. I actually brought a bag from home that's Las Vegas, has my bananas in it. But yeah, I always like to check it out. Oh, they've got the Formula One stuff now. That's funny, 50% off. Yeah, that was a failure, whatever that was about. And that's it. Okay, I don't need anything. I'm completely messing up on time zones. I paid for a big comfy seat, so I'm in 1C, thinking I'd have 3 more hours to sleep, and it's only a 55-minute flight, which is fine. Anyway, I'll take a nap. I've got my pillow. And then, yeah, once I get in there, because we leave at like maybe 1, and we get in at 2:55 Salt Lake City time, which is like 1 hour difference. So yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, yeah, and then I just drive north. So I'm going to see how far I can get. I'm going to try to get, into Montana if I can. I've got 3 different BLMs, but I'm tired. So, and it's going to be hot in Salt Lake City, but I need to get groceries and then head on. But yeah, easy flight day. The last flight for a while, I think. This is my last one. I take the van back to Houston. And then after that, don't really know what's going on for the rest of the year, so we have to plan that out. But yeah, last leg of the trip for the summer, and then just kind of make my way back to Houston. So yeah, when I told the flight attendant, I was like, well, I drove 25 hours home from Salt Lake City to Houston, but from Vegas it's only 55 minutes, which is great. All right, we've made it to Salt Lake City, so I'm thoroughly exhausted, but it's also very, very hot, so hopefully the van isn't too hot. I'm just going to walk through this spectacular airport, really, really good airport. I was just here the other day, and yeah, just go get Prudence. I have to go on the link for my mass airport parking. It's only $3 a day, and then the link will connect me to the driver, and then they'll come get me. There's hardly anybody on my flight too. Okay, nice and cold. Once again, B1 is going to be your gate today. So I guess the flight's going straight back to Vegas. I need to get something to drink. I have a headache because I was sleeping funny. My hand was like pressing into my temple. So that's interesting for accessibility. So about 2 minutes to walk to where I am now here. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. And I need to go to ground transportation, so I need to go over here. Future tunnel. Oh, there's no tunnel. How do I get to, oh, down here. Okay, ground transport. And I don't remember which gate I have to go to. Let me look at my video. Alright, finally walked like 2 miles, and I'm going to A10, which I believe is out here. Now I remember. Thankfully for my photographic memory. Oh my god, it's hot. Okay, A10 all the way down here. All right, so that took about 2 minutes to get over here. Prudence is over there. I could walk right over there, but it's like 100,000 degrees. So I'm gonna close the door. Oh, my arm hurts. Ah, there we go. And they're gonna drive me over. The driver's helping carry everything. That's funny. All right, thank you. All right, here she is. The bikes are fine. There's my girl. All right, they're so nice here. I think they're Sikh. I think I mentioned that before. Couple vans. Oh my God, I have the van. We're in Prudence. We're going to Trader Joe's now. It's only 13 minutes away. There's also a National Guard base. Very, very easy. Very big airport, but they do have, let me see my sky there. There we go. They do have like courtesy shuttles to help like drive you around the airport, because it is a long way to walk. I probably walked for about 15 minutes to get out of like the B gate all the way down to ground transportation. But it's going to rain down here, which is nice, so that's good. It's still 104 degrees. It's really hot here. Why is it so hot? I look all disheveled. I'm wearing my new, there's me. I left my sunglasses at my friend's house last night when I was over there for dinner, talk about like different projects and things. And so he's babysitting that. And now I have my other sunglasses that I got in Vegas, which are similar to my like 70s retro glasses that are from the actual 70s. But anyway, so I need to go get, I'm so dehydrated. I just drank an entire Gatorade and I took some Advil because I have a headache. So now I'm going to, Trader Joe's, and I'm just going to drive north. I have, should have enough gas to get out of Salt Lake City. But yeah, so that's it. That's kind of my rest of my day. Gonna boondock somewhere. I think 3 hours from here, 4 hours from here. I could keep driving up to, I could keep driving up to like as far to Bozeman as I can, but it's 8 hours and I'm really too tired. I'm just like, I just want to get out of Salt Lake City, park up for the night, sleep, get a good night's sleep since I've been up since 3 a.m. and then tomorrow's a new day. So I've got a few things to do. I've got a telehealth with Harriet tomorrow that I have to do, and then I have a Zoom call at 6 p.m. So I've got 11:30. Where's my sky? There we go. It's very overcast. So 11:30 a.m. Zoom, and then I've got a 6 p.m. Zoom. It's just going to be a pretty chill day, I think. And it just started raining. Yeah, I think Wednesday it's probably going to be a big like hike day, and then Thursday I want to ride Big Sky. I don't want to go on Friday. I would rather do that Thursday. And then maybe we'll see what happens. We'll kind of, I need to get Big Sky in before Friday. So if I do it Friday, then I don't know, Thursday's kind of the day to do it. So, because I haven't done any exercise or anything since Wednesday last week. So Thursday was the library day, Friday was travel day, Saturday was also travel day and sleep day. And then Sunday was Harriet, because she has school, this Wednesday. And then, do I want to go this way? I think I went the wrong way. This is very confusing. So, okay, oh I see, 80 East. The 80, I actually went to Iowa 80. There's a whole episode on it. The largest truck stop in the world. That was pretty underwhelming. It wasn't really that great. I was all excited. I was going to stay there overnight, and it was Thanksgiving Day 2022. And I thought, oh, this is great, you know. No, I ended up not staying there. I kept going. I don't think I stayed there. No, I think I did. Okay, yeah, I think I stayed there. I was going to spend the whole of Thanksgiving Day there. That's what it was. And then about like 7 o'clock in the morning, I was like, screw this, I'm going to Chicago. So I drove 2 hours to Chicago and rode my bike around Chicago on Thanksgiving Day, which was spectacular. That was really fun. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm getting out of Salt Lake City. And the van stayed relatively cold. I had a few things in the fridge that have melted and gone bad. So I forgot to take them out, so I'll have to throw those away. But yeah, I need to get a bunch of stuff from Trader Joe's. I plugged the fridge in, so that's cooling down right now. And I wish I had the new Jackery. I wish I had the new 1000-watt Jackery, but I don't. So I'm going to have to just, barrel through the next 13 days with, with what I have. Actually, I think it's like 11 days. I think I have to be home by, it's Monday today. I have to be home by next Saturday, the latest. So yeah, just kind of got to mosey on through. I think I'll do like 3 days of Angel Fire and just ride, and then just head back into Texas. So I think that's about it. That's kind of my week. I'm not going to spend a lot of time up in, can't even speak. I'm not going to spend a lot of time up in Montana because it is quite far, and I do want to make sure that I get the van at least to northern New Mexico by early next week, and then yeah, ride Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I do have actually until Sunday to explore Montana, but I'm going the long way back. I'm going through Wyoming, and I've got about 2 full days of driving to get to Angel Fire. It's like 15 hours, so I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do along the way. Maybe like a hike or two, and then just drive, and then maybe another hike. So every day I'm going to do something, but I'm just not entirely sure. Because it's either going to send me back through the way that I've driven 5 times already this summer, like through Salt Lake City, Grand Junction, and through the hot part, or it's going to send me through Wyoming, and I've never gone that way before, and then I'll be able to boondock in Wyoming for a second time and get a little sleepy cloud on my map back there. Anyway, okay, well that's it. Let me go to TJ's, and I just need bananas, yogurts, orange juice, snacks. That's about it. Kind of just provisions. And then let's see, I'm going 600 south. Yeah, this is great. They're very, very, very easy city. Salt Lake City is easy. I don't know what it's like in the winter. I guess it's pretty cold and snowy. But for the summertime, you got everything you want. Layton, Utah, just north of Salt Lake City. The Cracker Barrel is great. I've stayed there now probably like 8 times. And then we have the Planet Fitness is right in the next parking lot. There's a Barnes & Noble. There's a laundromat 1 mile away, which is fantastic. Has Wi-Fi. Everything's within like, you know, a mile of the place. There's a couple Starbucks as well, and the library that I was at was fantastic too. So yeah, it's just kind of an easy work city. If you want to do van life, you still want to have time to go to the mountains and go mountain bike in Park City, 45 minutes away, then I would highly recommend Salt Lake City in the summer, except it is hot. So you'd probably want to stay in Midway or go out and stay somewhere toward Park City or something. All right, I got my haul. That was very nice. So the lady that helped me out, she was talking about her ambulance bills. So she's just got an ambulance and has started to, like, you know, build it out and stuff. So everybody, and then there's like the Wienermobile. You can't really see it too much, but there's a trailer, there's a van over there, no solar panels. So I'm always like, oh, maybe there is somebody living in there and they just don't need any electricity whatsoever. Okay, I'm gonna put this all away. It is now, what time is it? It is now 4 p.m. So yeah, made good time. So I'm just gonna drive 4.5 hours. I'll be at my park up probably around 8 or 9. I'm going right to bed. I'm gonna get up at 5 tomorrow, get into Bozeman early, and maybe go do a quick hike or go to a gym or something. I don't know, find something on the way. Okay, I just stopped for a minute. I don't know where I am at. I'm somewhere in Utah still, because I still see like temples and, you know, Utah stuff, and pictures of Utah, because Utah people love to put pictures of Utah all over Utah, which is fantastic. Anyway, I'm at a Maverick, which is a hiking themed gas station, which is always funny. So I got my favorite little road smoothies, which are in the machines. You can blend them to your thickness that you want. If you want it thin, regular, or thick, whatever your preference is, for smoothies. And anyway, so then yeah, I'm just gonna keep driving. It is still 100 degrees. I am not anywhere close. I'm still 3 hours away. I'm 211 miles from where I need to be, and it should cool down. It's absolutely beautiful out here though. It's like a prettier version of like farmland of Texas. So anyway, but yeah, I just stopped at Maverick. I was gonna get a Dairy Queen, but I went with my road smoothies instead. But yeah, so just kind of getting back on the freeway. It's good. I'm tired, but I'm trying to get rid of my headache. So I have a little bit of Diet Coke to drink, which I don't drink soda anymore. I haven't drank soda in years. I used to drink it all the time. But I think that a little bit of caffeine might help. I'm just dehydrated. I slept funny on the plane. My neck was hurting. So I do have a blue sky. Thank you. I do have like a spine disability, so it was not very comfortable trying to sleep on the airplane this morning. And then for some reason I thought I had like a 3-hour flight from Vegas to Salt Lake City, so I bought the big comfy seat, and lo and behold, I ended up not having only having 55 minutes. But I slept the whole time. Again, those seats don't recline, and the only time it reclines when you're taking off, and that's when I like fell right asleep on the second flight. And then I woke up right when we were about to land, so that was good. But anyway, so yeah, so let me 2 hours 58 minutes, easy drive, nothing eventful, you know, just kind of your farmland. But yeah, I'm gonna start heading up into these mountains right ahead of me, and it'll start cooling down. It is 100 degrees. I feel it. I don't like it. But yeah, so I'm going toward, I guess, Pocatello, the 15 north. Okay, so get on the 15. The 15 is what goes all through Salt Lake City and then down into Vegas past St. George. But I can't imagine driving that. I mean, if you drive the 15 right now from here down to Vegas, it will be over 100 degrees the entire way. And that is crazy. And I was just in Vegas today on my layover for like 3 hours. But yeah, so I'm heading up now. It's gonna be nice and cool tonight where I'm going, which is north of, I thought I was going to Alpine, which is kind of like near Yellowstone. I thought for some reason I'm going to have to drive through Yellowstone to get to Bozeman, but I'm actually going to be driving through Idaho the whole time instead of getting into Wyoming. So yeah, this is like unfamiliar territory. I was only here a few days last year to go to Yellowstone Glacier, Craters of the Moon State Park in Idaho, go to the Potato Museum. So I didn't really spend a lot in Silver Mountains. I didn't really spend much time in this area, so it's good to be back for a few days. But there's still so much more I want to explore. But anyway, so I've got my smoothies, and yeah, just getting onto the 15 now, which I think I'm on the 15. It just splits off into like the 84, which goes to Boise, and then okay, so I'm at the intersection. It's very nice. I'm just tired. I'm not tired enough. Like I'm not too tired to drive. Like don't get me wrong. I'm just like mentally, I'm like excited in 2 hours and 57 minutes to get to my sleeping time, which will be about 8:30 p.m. and I'm going right to bed. I've been on multiple different time zones today, and that always kind of wears me out because, you know, I don't know, trying to sleep on an airplane, being all awkward, you know, it's just too much on my body. I actually used to fly all the time. I do fly all the time. I fly every 2 weeks, but I used to fly internationally all the time, like long-haul flights. And to be honest, driving the van 10 hours is much easier than being on an airplane for 10 hours. I don't really enjoy flying as much as I used to. I much prefer this because this is much more, you know, interactive and enjoyable than just being cramped on a seat. Plus I have this like old people hemorrhoid gel pillow that I've had for like 3.5 years that is outstanding, and it's absolutely super comfortable. And then I have a cooling pad behind my back. So it's just like the most comfortable drive. That's why I could drive 25 hours home, you know, 10 of those hours in the van because I had all the comfort. Spirit Airlines and like budget airlines and even Southwest, their seats on the airplane, not very comfortable, I will tell you that. Plus they don't recline. Like Southwest reclined, and I didn't really know what to do with myself. I was like, whoa, I'm going back here. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't really, I didn't have a good day today. I got up at 2 a.m., took a shower at 3 a.m., got to the airport. Didn't really sleep much last night. So I was at my friend's house and got back to my house about 11 p.m. So I only had a couple hours sleep. But I did sleep probably a total of like 7 hours today, which is good. Because I slept like the 3 hours on the first flight, and then I slept for 55 minutes on the second flight. Like I woke up right as we landed. I didn't even like pay attention to like the takeoff. As soon as we started taking off, I just was like, oh, I'm reclining unintentionally and I'm going to fall asleep. But yeah, I don't think I drank enough water today, so I'm just double hydrating. I've got lots of bottles of water from Trader Joe's. Try to drink through the 1.5 liters today before I go to bed. I do need to dump out my toilet, and I found a rest area, but there was a guy working there like cleaning trash, so I didn't feel comfortable getting my pee bucket. So I do need to dump my pee bucket out at some point, and there'll be more rest areas coming up, so I'm not too worried, or trailheads and things. But I'm not like, you know, it's not overflowing. I do have enough real estate to get through the night at least. Worst case scenario, just be outside. So anyway, okay, well, I'll see you guys again in a couple hours. I've got 138 miles until my next West Yellowstone, so I guess I'm going to go on the 20 east and then kind of like circle around. So yeah, really pretty drive. I just can't believe it's still 100 degrees out here. I had no idea it was that hot in this part of the country. I thought it was like all, you know, 70 degrees year round and then like, you know, bitingly cold in the winter. Anyway, but yeah, so Pocatello I'll be going through. The gas was like $3.59, but I'm probably going into Idaho soon. Yeah.